Hey guys, today's video I'm very excited about, but I've also been preparing for a very ridiculously long time. So I purchased this pair of jeans from Vinted. It's a beautiful pair of 70s flared Levi's jeans. I've never worn Levi's jeans before, but it says waist 31. I measured my waist and I was waist 32, so I felt like, if anything, these might be a little bit small. Boy, was I wrong. These actually fit way too big for me. I had this whole dilemma in my head whether I should just resell them or if I should try and alter these myself at home. Being the cheapskate that I am, I felt like altering them myself could be quite fun. But as this is quite a mammoth task, naturally I have been preparing for this video for about a month. It's been a process of mentally preparing myself, finding a good video that I would like to trust and follow, but also getting all of the right equipment. The only thing that I was missing for these, and I only discovered when I sat down to film this video, is the right colored thread. So on this incredibly hot day, like it is sweltering out there, the sun is beaming, I had to get into my car and make my way down to Hobbycraft just to get some matching thread, but it's fine. Here she is. I now have no further excuses to postpone doing these jeans. It's Sunday, I have plenty of hours to crack on with this and make sure that these are finished so I can finally wear them. Probably next week because the warm weather is shooting away and I feel like these are going to be such a great transitional piece. So here we have the pair of jeans on. Lengthwise, they are fitting okay. I feel like once the waist has been bought in, the length could be pretty good. I may need to bring it up by maybe an inch. They are a 30-inch length and I think I tend to like a 29-inch, but I can play around with that afterwards. The main issue is, you can probably tell, they are quite baggy in the waist region and also on the butt. So back here we have quite a lot of space and it's genuinely quite roomy in places that I don't really want it to be. So I think I'll probably need to take these in about 2 to 3 inches. The lady in the video takes hers in by 2 inches. So I feel like I could pretty much follow that one step by step. Once these are done, I feel like they're going to look so good and be such a nice versatile piece. I haven't got any light colored flared jeans and I'm really into flares at the moment. These are going to be the most beautiful addition if this DIY goes well. All right, enough rambling, let's get stuck in. Okay, so the video that we're going to be following today is by a YouTuber called Sew Anastasia. She has the biggest range of different like sewing support tutorials and videos. I have used her videos for so many different sewing projects thus far. She's really quirky, really fun, and she explains things in a really good way. For that reason, I have picked her video for this alteration. So the video is called How to Take in Jeans at the Waist, Downsize Easily Like a Pro. So the purpose of this video is so that nobody can tell that you have altered these jeans. I haven't been sewing my whole entire life, so I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to tell, but I will try my very best to make these look good. All right, let's see what the first step is.
Perfect fit. This method is going to be easy and give you professional looking results.
Okay, so we're going straight in with some seam ripping. There's me sitting in these jeans, thinking we're going to start pinning them right away. Let me get changed real quick. Okay, so the first thing we are doing is undoing the jean from the waistband. It looks like she's also taken off the belt loop and the Levi's label on hers. This feels like a lot of work, but okay. Let's do it. I think I'm going to start with the Levi's label. That seems like the easiest thing because you can see all of the seams. I've had such bad luck with seam rippers recently. I've been slipping and destroying my clothes. So I'm going to be really careful with this because the last thing I want to do is destroy this little label. You can get them replaced at the Levi's store, but honestly, I'd rather just not ruin it in the first place. Why is this actually terrifying? I'm realizing that they've done this one a different color stitch on the top than the bottom stitch, which will be a problem because had I realized that, I would have purchased the top color stitch when I was in Hobbycraft earlier. But I'm not putting this off again, so we're just going to use the stitch color that we have and just hope for the best, really. God, the jeans now look so naked without their identity. All the threads away from this little cutie patootie Levi's label. It's leather, that's really fancy dancy. So we'll pop this one nice and safely on the side here. And I'm just gonna clean this up because I feel like I've made a bit of a mess, just so that it's looking nice and pretty as our base. So we have our naked pair of jeans ready to seam rip the top. Actually, I'm going to do the belt loop first. Okay, so this is the belt loop that needs to come off. I have no idea how these are attached. Maybe, oh yeah, I can see it. So there's a big blob of stuff here. Feels illegal. How am I gonna get this back on, you guys? At this point, I feel like if I mess it up, I just might as well throw these in a bin. No, I'll probably go to an actual tailor, somebody that knows what they're doing rather than the mess that I'm creating. There we go, it's happening. Okay, we just start doing it from under here. The thing with fiddly bits like this is sometimes I get so annoyed, I just pull at it and rip it. The patience level here is low. There we go, she's off. So we've got a little belt loop off. I'll put that with the Levi's label branded thingamajig. Ta-da! So now I need to undo all of this away from the jeans, but I don't know how. Okay, based on what I'm seeing from her pair of jeans, I need to just undo this bottom stitch just here, and I should let the two come away. All right, let's go for it. So that is about the same on both sides. And there we go. So that is now away from the jeans. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't even remotely a simple process. I was sweating, my arms are aching, none of the pins would go in. I resorted for these little clips, and as you can see, it did not go very well. I tried to pull the pieces together, and every time I put a pin through, it would either stab me, it wouldn't go through the other side, it would come out. It was driving me absolutely crazy. So what I've decided to do is I pulled the waistline in, I've put a little clip on both sides so that I know this is the piece in the middle that needs to, you know, be brought in. And then I will kind of follow that trail all the way down to probably like right here, you know, the butt. So that will all kind of like pull in into a little triangle. This might be a trial and error. I might need to do this more than once, but honestly, I don't think there is any way for me to be more accurate than I have been. It just seemed impossible. Let's continue. I'm already feeling stressed and exhausted, but I suppose that's the fun of these projects you've never done before. Okay, let's turn these jeans inside out and do the next steppity-bildy-doobie. I'm realizing I probably need to take off this like where it says 70s high-rise flare. I mean, the size won't run true after I'm done with it anyway, so okay, there we go. So that's the two labels removed. Okay, so the next step is we're going to undo all of this bit here. I think we're going all the way to the crotch, so it's actually quite a lot of seam ripping. And what she's saying is that with the denim, it tends to be like quadruple layered, etc. So we have to undo both of these sides of the stitch. So it's going to be two of those all the way down. Right, let's have faith and let's get unpicking. Whee! Oh. Whee! Looks like ramen noodles. Okay, I have to say, this crotch bit here, how much you're supposed to undo wasn't very clear, but I think I may have got it. I have honestly no idea. She said it's so that you can tuck it into there. I might have undone too much, so hopefully we can save that later. But anyway, let's carry on. Okay, so next bit we're doing is ironing these bits open. So where it's folded up as it's stitched, we're going to open all of that up and iron it. And I do have a nice ironing station right behind me that I need to set up, but then we'll be ready to go. I'm not excited for the extra heat because it is so warm in here already and the iron is just not gonna help. I don't know if you can tell, but the heat makes me like a little bit grumpy. What a weird thing to iron, I have to say. You know, it might sound really stupid, but I only recently worked out or my boyfriend recently taught me that you actually have to press that little steam button to iron the item. Like the actual iron doesn't do anything if you don't do that, because you know they're fueled by water and all that. So I'm now an expert ironer because of him. Okay, so we have now ironed, and I think we are moving on to doing some sewing, which honestly I'm a little bit terrified. Okay, so we're making like a seam line, which is fine. I'm just a little bit concerned of how to get this to do this thing, because it feels like an unnatural folding place for these jeans. Okay, and then she used a chalk to like chalk her way so she knows what to follow. So I'm gonna do the same, because I feel like otherwise it's going to be a disaster. Okay, I think we're going to start sewing in a second. So I'm gonna make up my bobbin since this is a new color. Well, that didn't work. Cool, so that is our threads in. Everybody's happy. We are on intensity 3. Okay, straight stitch. Cool, let's get to sewing. Okay, so we got our kind of like blendy straight line thingy-majig on both sides. Cool. Experiencing a little bit of a dilemma. So I have taken these jeans in, so I did the chalk line and I sewed along it. And this is the result so far. So obviously we've not done the top yet, but this is what the like butt bit is looking like. It's fitting pretty snug, like in this bit here, and then maybe a little too baggy on the under butt. And this bit here has a little bit of room, but it's not too bad. So when I'm stood, it feels pretty good actually. It feels like it fits really, really well. I've got enough room in the thighs, like it feels like I can breathe, but it's also hugging to my body. When I tried to sit down, it's a little snug. In particular, it feels really snug around the thighs. There's like absolutely no stretch in these jeans whatsoever. And I feel like it's not the fault of the DIY I've just done. I feel like maybe I should have tried these on after they came out of the wash, because they're feeling a lot more snug. Or I just didn't sit down when I tried them on for the first time. But it kind of feels like I will rip these at some point in life, or they will stretch to me and I don't know which one it's going to be. But yeah, so that's why I'm having a bit of a conundrum, because although it fits really great when I'm stood up and I do want to finish these jeans off, I just don't know if they will be wearable after I'm done with them. And this bit here, like this crotch piece, there is still so much room and I don't really know why. I think I might just keep going and see what happens. I'm over here sewing, having a good time, and I completely forgot about you guys. I'm sorry, I got carried away. I was a bit grumpy because I felt like this wouldn't fulfill once I finished, so I just wanted to crack on. But anyway, to fill you in on the progress, I cut off the excess fabric, I zigzag stitched it shut, and now I have done, you know when jeans have those like stereotypical jean, like we have the two seams side by side thing? I have just done that, so I've flattened down the bit that we've cut off, so hopefully it won't be popping off and hitting me in the butt. So let's see what that's come out to look like. So I've just finished the second stitch, so we've got the row of 2. And on the other side, it's looking like this. So we've got our 2 little rows. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty decent, pretty okay. Maybe a little too far apart, but there's nothing I can do about that now. Cool. Okay, let's do the next bit and actually include you guys. So it looks like I need to turn these the right way around, and we are sewing up that little hole in the crotch that we made. Let me just show you guys up close the difference. So these are those guys and these are those guys. It's fine. It's fine. I was looking at my crotch. That's one side done. I need to lift it up and do the other side. So we're now moving on to the waistband so that that can finally match to the rest of the jeans. So what she's saying is to measure how much we need and then take that off where the waistband will sit. No, where the Levi's label will sit.
Are you taking the time?
I did not follow that at all. Give me a minute, guys.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I tried to work this out for a little while and I was getting so irritated and so irritable that I started like snapping at my boyfriend. It was time to step away and take a nap. So it's been about an hour and and I feel like I'm now in a more peaceful place. My brain definitely knows what's going on. So what I have done, hopefully, which follows the instructions, is I have measured out the amount that I want taken off, put a little straight seam through that, and apparently that's it. You're just going to flip it, fold it, and it will be doing its thing. Yeah, that does look about right actually. Sometimes all you need is a break and everything else is going to go through perfectly. So that's all stitched up. It's looking pretty good actually. Okay, I'm just gonna do my own placement because I have no idea where this went initially. That is the Levi's logo just on there, covering that ugly stitch job I did with the waistband. Now time to attach this terrifying belt loop, which honestly, I hope this goes well. We are all done. This is the final result. So these jeans definitely fit better around the waist. They fit better around the butt as well. It's definitely more complimentary rather than it just being like a hanging bag. They are unfortunately going to remain as standing up jeans. So when I'm stood up, I'm like so secure and so comfortable. But because they have no stretch, you can feel that. So as soon as they slip from the like ideal place, so right now you can see I can stick my whole arm in here if I want to, but if they slip down further because of all the space that you have down here, they feel a little bit restrictive. So if I want to sit down, let me just move my skirt out of the way. If I want to sit down, I need to make sure I do this and then this. And then I can be seated for a short period of time before I will feel uncomfortable. But I like them, at least now they are wearable. Before they were just so big, even with like an extra button, I wouldn't have been able to wear those out. Whereas these now are a lot more complimentary. I feel like I'll be able to style these quite easily. I just don't know how I feel about this like crotch area just here, and I don't really know what to do about it. I've seen a couple of videos where you can take it up from the front, but I just don't know if I have it in me, let alone if it will make any difference, because when I pull this up, I don't really see that it will. But that could be just me being very negative because I've just spent a whole day doing these jeans. Overall, I would say if you are venturing out on this kind of alteration, be prepared for a day of agony, anger, confusion, frustration, but also some delightful celebration moments, because this is, for me, I've done a lot of things that I've never done before. Like the belt loop in itself was terrifying. This Levi's label, I don't know why I can't sew in a straight line. People are going to think that these are not genuine because of the way that that's been stitched on. I'm okay with it. I feel like it's got a nice personal touch. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love to see you all again, so subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye.